Jrock being upset by Jeison Rosario peaked at 1.5 million on Fox. Viewership numbers come in. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, reporter Keith Eidick, he pulled up the information, and the numbers came in. Nielsen Media Research, they says, here's just a tidbit he put. Julian Williams was a 33-1 favorite tonight, according to the William Hill Sportsbook. Rosario was plus 1,000. So whoever picked Rosario to beat Jrock in Philly won some good money. But this is what you guys clicked on, so let's deliver. According to Nielsen's numbers released Wednesday, Fox's tripleheader Saturday night averaged 1.4, 1,408,000 viewers combined on Fox, Fox Deportes, and Fox Sports, because they had some of it on FS1 and whatnot, streaming service. The main event, Jeison Rosario's huge upset of Julian Williams, averaged 1,536,000 and peaked. So it averaged, the main event was a 5-rounder, and it averaged, that's the average of the triple header, the first number. But the second number is just the main event, by itself, which was the best fight on the card. And then that did 1,536,000, peaked at 1,565. So that's good, because that's like I said, a 5-rounder, and that means people were paying attention and kind of hooked in. And these are good numbers, in my opinion. For, you have to consider what was going on. If I'm not mistaken, you had Conor McGregor fighting that same night. And this is what Jrock said post-fight. He congratulated him. It was really impressive stuff from Jeison Rosario. He got a TKO. Really, I gave Jrock only one round, which was surprising, because we know Jrock is definitely formidable. He was at home. I think he underestimated this dude. He looked at, common opponents that they had, or something like Lattimore, who knocked out Jeison Rosario, but Jrock beat. And he's coming off of the high of beating Swift Jared Hurd. And on paper, it doesn't look like Rosario really brought anything so significantly different than Hurd. He looked like a puncher with a lesser resume. But boxing is fickle like that. And these little nuanced things and subtle style changes and, differences from person to person creates opportunity. So, good numbers. And just to put it in perspective, the numbers that came out, they beat Top Rank's numbers, who also had a card. Top Rank didn't do 1 million, but it says waiting for a full report on ESPN show later Saturday night, which featured Leader Alvarez and Michael Seals. It averaged 704,000 viewers overall. So realistically, PBCs, they're doing a great job. They're beating their competition and whatnot when it comes to viewership. In fact, last year, Top Rank only had one show that did over 1 million. It was Terrence Crawford versus Mean Machine, which was a triple header card in December. So PBC, in their first month of the new year 2020, already has a show that did over 1 million. So hell of a job to Fox. Fox has done a great job with promotion. This is it says Fox Sports tallied 5.6 billion video views on social and streaming platforms and 21 billion minutes of content viewed in 2019, best year ever. So, boxing looks like a good addition to their sports programming. So this was definitely, man, Al Heyman is a genius, bro. He is a genius, because people like Eddie Hearn who think he's smarter than Al Heyman and constantly talk about what Al Heyman did wrong and stuff. But one thing he's not mentioning, he's like, oh, they were doing time buys, which is true. But guess what? In doing the time buys, you established your brand and product, and then you got picked up, or you got a deal with a major network who shows football as well and other sports, college, and it's a whole network, and it's hard to compete with this level of promotion. Wilder Fury Part 2, because of Fox, they showed it when I was watching the playoff games to enter the Super Bowl, which my Niners are going to. So the 49ers game, I seen at least 2 Wilder versus Fury. That's because of PBC and because of who Wilder's aligned with. Showtime, PBC, well, not really Showtime in this occasion, but PBC and Fox, right? And that's why they're able to use their engine and their machine and put fights like this in the rotation. Like guys like Jeison Rosario, if he was fighting on a different network that was smaller, or like, let's say, DAZN app, then it doesn't have the same visibility. Jeison Rosario, everybody, 1.5 million people got to watch it and see a new star, a new person, a changing of the guard. This is great stuff for boxing. I look forward to more announcements from the PBC to see what matches they're talking about putting. And, shout out to Jrock and Rosario for a good fight, because they kicked off the year. And next week, PBC, or this week actually, they got Danny Garcia. It's just going to be hard to compete with network TV. People came in and say, oh, DAZN pay-per-view's dead and streaming's the future. It may be the future, but is it the present? Where there's no need for a linear platform. I don't know that's the case, because all these fights are doing better viewership than DAZN. And the indication we have is none of the DAZN numbers are coming. They're talking about Canelo fighting overseas. Why now? Why fight overseas? Floyd, his whole career, fought and stayed in Vegas, after when he became Money Mayweather. So it's not looking good. But I'll say that for another video. If you love what I'm doing, donate, smash the like button, all that good stuff we working.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.